Jaden, what really stood out to me, man, from watching from the get-go, from your very first play, was just your strength and your nastiness. Being in the trenches, you've got to be strong. Taking on double teams, you ain't getting pushed back. Your strength that you had and the tenacity that you play with, you're on the ground, you're still going, motors going just to get that tackle, dude. That is huge. Okay, keep developing that, keep improving on it. Don't let go of it. All right. Now, my suggestions for your highlight video are the following. The first thing is an information slide at the beginning. Okay. Now, the best way to go about this is to go on Canva. All right, you want to go to make a slide, and on this slide, you want to have the information of your name, school, graduation year, position, height and weight. All right, X account, email, and phone number. All right, put that information on the left, put a picture of you on the right, download that, and then upload that to the very first thing on your Hudl highlight video. Okay, this way coaches know your height and weight. Being in the trenches, they want to know that. Okay, so you can't. Sometimes you can tell on film, but they want to know exactly. They want to know how to contact you. The type of player that you are, they're going to want to know how to contact you, and their time is very short and valuable. Okay, and to have that available to them is going to help them out tremendously. That's going to help you out. Okay, they're not having to go try to search for your film, and sometimes they get frustrated with that stuff. So now, because I've seen schools pass on kids because they can't find that information. Okay, so you having that for them is going to help you out in a big way. All right. Now, so make sure we kind of tweak that stuff up, add that stuff in there on that information slide, and that'll really help out. Now, going to removing play / non-highlights. All right, this is more anything that doesn't showcase your strength or transfer to the next level as much. All right, say we take these plays out here, the 3 that are listed, and help move that needle for you. Let's say you're a 5 or a 4 on a coach's board. You take these out, now boom, you're a 2 or a 1. Okay, so we want to take these out, and that's kind of what we're looking for to not necessarily hinder us, but compared to the other plays you have on your highlight video, just how they can maybe weaken that side of it. All right, now, example of this is at the 253 mark. Okay, like I said, all your strength, all your nastiness, and everything else. Now, do not get me wrong, these 3 plays are not bad plays. Okay, they are not bad plays, but just a little bit different compared to the other plays. Compared to now, we're making the tackle from behind kind of get drugged for an extra 2 yards, and we're 6 yards downfield. Compared to a lot of your other plays, you're boom, you're at the line of scrimmage, you're behind the line of scrimmage, a yard past line of scrimmage. Compared to this is the only one that's really downfield. So let's go ahead and take that out to show everything else you're doing is boom, you're at the line of scrimmage, you're going to wreak havoc. Okay, so just kind of examples there. Now, going to the removing captions, all right, and this does not have a caption, but the reason I want to see on this one, and I'll just kind of show you just so you see here on the 143 mark, right, and you may not be able to access this, but if there is any way to have another view of this that does not have the drone details on it, I would add that on there. Now, if there's not, leave it. It's not that big a deal, but just we don't want to have something that's going to distract the coach. Okay, and that's kind of going with the removing the music as well, because we don't want to have stuff that's going to distract that called recruiter from evaluating your film. Okay, he might be looking at the numbers going here instead of watching you make a play here. Okay, so taking that stuff out because these guys are sitting in rooms watching your film for 60 to 100 kids in a day. How can we not distract them and get them to really have all eyes on you, focused on you? Okay, taking those distractions out for them. That's really going to help out. Now, next, we want to go to your sequence of plays. All right, this is kind of your flow of how your film goes. All right, and the reason we kind of want to do this stuff, and the reason we have this divided into sections that's kind of flowed into one, all right, is because we want to put your best plays to start each section. Okay, that's going to be the first thing, and I've kind of got my timestamps here of what I believe are your best ones. All right, to start each section, be able to capture that coach's attention and keep him watching early. All right, so let's say they're watching 60 to 100 kids in a day. They're usually going to watch about a minute, and after a minute, if they see it, they're going to keep watching, and that's what we want to do. Okay, they love seeing turnovers. That's the first thing. So for future reference for you, you get turnovers, forced fumbles, fumble recoveries. If you get a pick, so you had a knockdown there, okay, or batted ball down, add that on there. Okay, then going to your sacks and then your TFLs. Your TFLs, anything behind the line of scrimmage. All right, tackle for loss. But then also disruptive at the line of scrimmage as well. Okay, and your remaining defensive highlights. This is more not necessarily like the statistical things, but other things that still showcase what you can do. All right, when you're getting close home on the quarterback, you're a step away or something like that. Okay, or when you read the screen and you retreat, we read and react. Okay, those are the type of things we're looking for. All right, so to show you the clips I've got here, okay, like I said, we want to start off with, all right, is at the 6-second mark, okay, and this is your sack here. Back up just a second, boom. All right, being able to show this is the type of pressure, the nastiness you want to start off with, man. You drove that dude 5 yards back, all right, that's a win in a one-on-one right there. That's fantastic. That's what we're starting off with, all right. Next, going to your TFLs, okay, and this is why we kind of want to put things early because this is at the 103 mark, and to me, you're playing nose or a 3-tech, you're taking on a double team, you split the double team, and then get in on the tackle and make the tackle to begin with. For a tackle for loss. That is huge, man. Okay, that's that nastiness and strength that they're really showing off. All right. Next, going to your 214 mark here. Okay. Now this is just kind of showing your versatility. All right. They're trying to run counter at you. Doesn't work. You get underneath. You wrong arm it. All right. And boom, you get in on the tackle. But just showing that you can still play outside. You don't just play inside. You can play stand up. All right. Just showing that versatility you got a little bit. And the play after this, the 220 mark. Okay. You're in the goal line. They're on the 2. All right. And boom, they're trying to run right at you, and you stuff this thing. All right, that is a great job there, showing that strength, showing when it's 4th and 1, you're going to stop it. All right, it's 3rd and 1, so still showing that. Make them kick the field goal. Okay, that stuff's huge. All right, next, go into your I want to show you your main offensive or defensive highlights. Excuse me, to just show what I'm kind of talking about. So here, boom, like I said, boom, screen, read, react, boom, bat it down. Okay, like I said, some of the other ones you got close to the quarterback on, showing your pursuit, that type of stuff. That's what they want to see in that remaining defensive highlight side of it. All right, so within your film, all right, within each section, you want to put the best 3 to 5 to 6 plays. It could be a little bit more depending on what you have and stuff like that. For you don't have as many sections with just 4, so you can put more than 6 plays on there. That's fine, okay? But we want to keep that film between 3 to 4 to 5 minutes, all right? So you're good within there. Now, add that information slide. That's going to be huge. Take out those few plays. See if you can get that drone screen off there. If not, it's fine. Okay, remove the music. That's getting rid of that distraction, and then change that sequence of plays. All right. Overall, this will provide a more dynamic highlight video for college coaches. After going over the game film feedback, let's take a look at what divisions you should target. All right. I'm basing this off the most recent highlight video, which is exactly what college coaches are going to do and where the athlete can receive a scholarship right now. So the film we just went over, that's what we're talking about right here. Okay. Now, I want you to also understand that this is a current evaluation opposed to a projection evaluation. All right, we're not projecting, we're going off a current evaluation right here. All right, this is all based on a few criteria. First thing is graduation year. All right, you have, with what we're looking at here, this is your time to go. Okay, 2028, yeah, you still have 2 years, but this is your time to, your recruiting season is going to start getting hot and heavy. Okay, and we've got to make sure we're getting on top of that and taking advantage of it. Next is your size, your foot speed, your flexibility, and your power and strength. That's what a D-line coach is really going to look at. Okay, so with that being said, the levels you should look at today for scholarship are that D1, upper D1 group of 5, and lower to mid power D1 power 4. Okay. Now, you should start getting interest, and you should have offers from these schools at these levels at this time. Okay. If not, you need to start this communication process with them. You need to be calling them. You need to be emailing them. All right. You need to make sure you are getting your name out there through social media, DMing these coaches. Make sure you're following them on X. Okay. Once you tweak your highlight video, send them the updated highlight video. All right. Make sure you're marketing and branding yourself in the correct way at this position. You get a lot more eyes on you. You got to do things on and off the field in the right way. All right. But here's also the big deal: is you need to know with how valuable your time is going to be this camp season. Okay, for these prospect camps, you need to know if a coach really likes your film or not. Okay, because that needs to determine what camps you really go to. If they really love your film and they want you bad, okay, put your money to that camp. If they're so, they maybe gave you an offer but don't really talk to you, that they may not want you as bad. Okay, so make sure you're putting your money towards the right one to really give yourself a chance, because then you can go introduce yourself to these coaches, and then you can really build up a relationship. All right, because when you send them that midseason highlight, they're going to see those things you did at camp, having won that one-on-one, that more time you got with them. They're going to see that translate to the field. Okay, and they'll see it on the video and everything else, and that's what we want. All right, building that relationship. But here's the deal: how can we also go attack these levels and get better? All right. My suggestion to improve your game that's going to translate to college football and possibly a higher division are the following. Okay. First thing, strength and power. Like I said, your strength is good. We got to keep working on it. In the NFL, they're still looking to get stronger. Okay. We're doing hit in the weight room. Make sure we're focused on strength training, making sure we're adding good weight to our frame. All right. As a defensive lineman, yeah, everybody thinks, oh, they got to be big. No, we can add good weight to our frame, because you got to be able to explode out of that stance, just like you're showing here. We can't explode high. We got to explode out. Okay. We got to drive that guy back. All right, you got to be able to showcase that functional strength and power on film, just like you showed with some of those bull rushes, through pass rush, taking on those double teams, stuff like that. Keep showcasing that more. You get a double team, now we're not just slowly splitting, now we're exploding through it. Okay, go on the flexibility. That's that pre and post training stretching. If you guys do it as a team, great. Do it more. Okay, keep doing more on your own. That's more that individual work that's going to come. All right, that's this stretching is going to help improve your pad level against the run or the pass. All right, this is also going to help prevent injury, because your best ability is your availability. With what we're looking at for offer wise, okay, if we're dinged up, nicked up, and stuff like that, that's going to hurt our chances of getting an offer. Okay, so we want to make sure we're taking care of our body in the right way, because then when you get to college, if we're dinged up and nicked up there too, that's going to hurt our chances on the depth chart. Okay, so make sure you're really taking care of that body. Going to foot speed next, doing dot drills, ladder drills. Okay, keep working on those footwork drills. You've got to be the fastest and the first off the snap. You understand, being in the trenches, those precious little seconds make a huge difference of whether you're going to get reached or not get reached, whether you're going to get down to block or not get down blocked. Okay, you got to beat that O-line with the first step. That's going to provide that huge advantage. Okay, got to keep working on that footwork. All right. Next is continue to develop the D-line technique. All right. Now, this is not saying you don't have it. Just keep continuing to develop that. Keep working on showcasing that block destruction. You got to be able to shed the one-on-one blocks like you have. Okay. Just keep working on doing it quicker. How are you going to react when you get a double team? We already kind of talked about that. Working on the strength and power. Okay. You got it good. Keep working on improving that. Stance, footwork, and hand accuracy. All the little fundamentals. Okay. All those fundamentals, where we put in our hands. All right. You guys are doing one-on-ones, pass rush. Where are your hands? Okay, offensive line, they're reacting to your hands. Where are your hands? Okay, making sure we're doing that. Got to have the ability to reset the line of scrimmage. Coaches are going to be looking at if you're resetting the line of scrimmage, getting pushed back downfield, or if you're resetting at the backfield. All right, and you got to understand you're going to be doing a lot of these fundamentals all the time in college. So keep working on them now. So boom, you get to college. That's going to help you in indie drills, which then are going to in turn help your depth chart position. Okay, so these improvements are what a D-line coach will look at. So double down, do all these things, hit it hard, and if it translates to your video, this can help you level up your evaluation and possibly have an opportunity at those top 25 Power 4 schools. Okay, so but Jaden, at the end of the day, man, everything will come down to your individual work, your outreach, all right, as well as your marketing on social media. You got to make sure we're doing things right there. Okay, And the big thing for you with the position you could be in is your relationship building with those college coaches. College football is all about relationships. Do not forget that. All right. Which is why the next step is your athlete interview. Where you're going to get an interview with a coach and get coached on your communication and your interviewing skills. Okay. Which is critical for those conversations you're about to start having with college coaches. So make sure you watch the video beforehand and be ready to go. If you have any questions, we'll be able to answer them at the end of the interview. Thank you.